Yo, what is up, y'all? We are back with week 6 of the 5D ZA Draft League. Happy Father's Day to all the big papas out there. I'm recording a little bit 15 minutes after that day, but hope y'all had a good one, So hopefully we get to see something on the grill here with these matches. Once again, week 6, and week 6 is crazy. Like, I'm tell you what, like, there's a whole bunch of new teams, drafted mons, whole lot of craziness, as well as the punishments from week 5. So go ahead and check into that to see what kind of punishments people got. Like, people lost mons, people gained mons. You see a Xerneas on screen right now, right? It's quite crazy. It's kind of crazy we don't see the Pizzaharald here, but yeah, just a brief introduction into the league. We got Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Pokemon. That's about as all that you need to know. You got ultimates you could pop off, and basically this is a draft, but you're upgrading Pokemon constantly through cards, getting off consistent kills with Mega Pokemon and the like. All right, so we have General Snorunt here versus Ace. Now, Ace is always getting done with their games as soon as the next week starts. They play no games, but they play a good game at that. We see that Ace has old but gold activated on their Hoopa over here, which grants it the ability to terrestrialize, I believe, and also gain a couple of pretty interesting buffs towards itself, even having good as gold, right? Which Ace used this pretty phenomenally, which is why, I enjoy seeing it happen. Amazing team. Like, this thing just outright walls Xerneas for the most part. Like, Thunderbolt, probably its best hitting move versus SeneorChang. SeneorChang is amazing, I think, into a lot of the team. Gets to switch into Scizor, do some good damage to just everything across the board. You have Power Whip, if I do recall correctly, Fire Lash, which is just amazing into most of the team here. Hydrapple is more especially defensive than defensive, but you also have a bug type move, which would probably be neutral type damage, but heavy damage nonetheless. So you do definitely have to watch out for SeneorChang. I would even love to see this in like a Trick Room version. Not to say, why is Hydrapple not showing? Hydrapple and Pizzaharald, just all the mons that came from the DLC. That's kind of crazy, right? General Snorunt here. They now have Xerneas on the team, and I love that they picked up Scizor, because Xerneas doesn't too much like Scizor, if you're familiar with the meta of Ubers back then. I think I played a little bit of Gen 8 Ubers, or a good amount. I don't recall. I played like every tier, bro. Pizzaharald looks pretty good, physically defensive into possibly Aegislash. But if it is SD or even special, it gives it a hard time. Like, usually Pizzaharald is amazing. Like, this could be Earth Power special, which it has an amazing special attack. Like, this whole game could be really special with physical this. Hoopa can be physical, as seen by Ace in previous games. So it's funny to see Pizzaharald actually not being that great of a wall here. Maybe to the likes of Swallow, but that's about it. That I could see. Like, Ace likes his knockoff. You could take a shot for every knockoff, I think. Scizor does look good, only into Kyurem in this, and even Hoopa. But you do have great switch-ins on the other side here, from Ace. Aloe, I can see it providing like Wish, but you do once again have hard hitters into Aloe. It'll be fighting for its life, as well as this. Like, Ace looks like this is a really defensive core that you have with the Apple core dragon over here, Pizzaharald, this and that. Like, you have amazing core, but for whatever reason, into these mons, which are semi-frail, like these two are probably the most frail, you have some definite wall breakers you got to watch out for. So I'd be interested to see how this plays out. As for leads, I could probably see Archeops, possibly. It does have access to the Sandstorm or Snow Warning by way of Ace's card here. Maybe a pivot lead, something like Scizor, maybe even U-turn Tornadus, Parting Shot. You got Flip Turn, U-turn that. Yeah, that's what I think. All right, so starting off, where's Hoop on the dock? A lot update. So I think I did call that. And then Aquamarine comes out. Unk is here. Post the oats. Flip turn out. Pivoted with the eject button. Nice. Okay, so Ascent Kin is here with the sub. So flip turn's definitely not gonna break that. Hydrapple is in. We see lefties on the Age Slash, and the Metal Sound is gonna down the special defense there, as well as a sub from the Earth Power. Now it's gonna have to switch out, but well done by Ace subbing, making it seem like, you know, this is gonna be a threat. That sub is nice and healthy after that Scald. Stant change here into the 2-hit KO, Shadow Ball, extra drop for damage, and the Miracle is really nice with the sub. I doubt that it has, like, it could be, yeah, like sub protect and sub King Shield is a thing. We got rocks off of Dino Deinonychus. All right, so do we see the burn? We see the burn from the Mega Scizor, from the other bug there. Yeah. So once again, this is a great mon, akin to like Moltres. There's your knockoff. There's your Power Whip. Yeah, doing crazy damage. Like, that's off of 2 hits. Granted, like, that's some big damage. Fire Lash, great read into that. Or were you just faster? I'm sorry. Power Whip, Scald, you switch out, you hit the Fire Lash. Yeah, that was just good overall, right there. And that Flame Body. So Nasty Plot is there, knockoff, taking another shot. Yachi Berry for the Kyurem. Gonna miss that Bleak Wind Storm, which is going to likely matter, but this thing is just racking up kills. Is this a Mega Assistant? I hope you guys do not sleep on SeneorChang. Let Ace be the one to show you, for sure. Unk here is just taking it. This sounds crazy. Petrant is truly trying. You do have the Spadef drop in this Pain Split there, as well as Recover, which is gonna make Pain Split even a bigger heal. But you do have the 1 para, the 2 para. Can I get a 3 para? Oof. Hello. Yeah, pretty much time to say goodbye, which they're gonna do with that Parting Shot, but die to rocks. They don't have any way to clear rocks aside from this. This does have defog, so we have the sub Xander's type, and the Moonblast gonna do about half. Spectral Thief, it goes through sub, and gonna be down to that next Moonblast. So based on their ult, they can have any ghost move that is not the busted last respects. So Unk here trying for their life to double Sludge Bomb. You do have enough HP for another sub here, and you are going to take the Sludge Bomb unless it crits, and the Moonblast is going to take Unk out. This is going to kill from that range, yeah. So likely going to get 2-hit KO'd. Yeah. Flash Cannon. Do we see the Shadow Sneak? I don't think so, because we saw Flash Cannon just now there. So Draining Kiss is nice on the deer. That's gonna bring it up to where it can sub again and actually just sweep around. And like Dewey said, yeah, keep your sneaks on, keep your sneaks tied. That's gonna be down in Fear of the Deer. So very well played. Those crits were big, but Xerneas does big damage. So a very much retaliatory game where it flipped the switch. Like Ace was in the driver's seat for the most part, doing heavy damage, being nigh unkillable, even into the core. Like this core got whittled down, like sustained heavy damage, but then you find the opportunity to Geomancy with the herb, and you get deterred from your win. So good game. Let's go into the next. Okay, so we have Alolan Vulpix here in Duvydoooo. Some of my favorite ultimates here in play. So you have Go Home You're Drunk, which allows Catmon. And then you also have Luna Kitty, which makes LC Helper and LC Mon just busted. Hence why you see the... I'm sorry, hence why. Hence the warning here for the adhering 510 EV limit, because this thing's exceeding it, as well as having access to racialization on both these guys and extra EVs in any priority move they would like. Now, Spikes does look kind of hazardous to the team here, as does Shell Smash and opposing webs. So one thing I could see happen here is you could get this as a lead, because webs does look good here. They very much do, as well as Hawlucha. Hawlucha just very much sweeps the team under proc of a berry, but Doobie's been going berryless or unburdenless. Like their dual stab into the team does hectic damage, especially off of a SD. You're likely to get many kills, but you do have to watch out for priority extreme speed, which is fairy type. So Doobie, I believe, knows that. Charizard is an amazing switch into this. So like if Charizard is some setup bullshit, it has a good time setting up into Hemogoblin. But yeah, I could see a lead on any of these three. These are some good leads, like especially if this Scarf, you got Stone Edge, you got U-Turn, CC, Thunder Punch, even Fire Move. Like this is just an amazing mon to clean up with, or just have it come in. But lead Galvantula here into a lead Tinkaton, I believe. And we see, yeah, I am here. Yeah, what the heck is that? So we see the Scarf Sacred Sword there, sharpness boosted. So Goose is gonna get me loose. You got the Flame Charge doing just a little under half, and nice, the Mirror Herb is there. So hold on. Yeah, what does it say? Bam, 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 bam. Go home, you're drunk. That's the name of the card. But yeah, that is very nice by Alolan Vulpix here, to have the Mirror Herb, and also avoiding any extreme speed BS, since it is Ghost type. So like I said, this can have any priority move as well as Skitty, which means you can have things like extreme speed. But paralysis on the Skitty. If Alolan Vulpix gets any form of paralysis going off, confusion, if Duvy misses a move, or if they're frozen solid, they get another cat Pokemon. So I can see Alolan Vulpix fighting for that here. Moonblast doing a heck of a lot. Even with those extra EVs, that wish is gonna wish it came down earlier. Mystical Fire gonna take it nicely with that Ockerberry and inherent special defense and get a kill off with the Gigaton Hammer. Could have tried to go for a... This is an amazing shiny. Could have tried to gone for the T-Wave there as a last ditch effort to add to their team as well. Flare Blitz is gonna do banger damage from the banger shiny. Goose got me loose coming in. Um, and the body slam, nice. No prayer. And the dual wing beat is gonna hit. Now, curious to see what this is. Terra still, nice, avoiding the damage from the spider. No prayer on that 30% chance, and this thing's gonna be fast. So you do have thunderclap on that. That's nice. So a mixed set there. This is Scarf. I wonder if we do see some shenanigans to avoid hits anywhere, like dive. Ceaseless Edge though, however, this is gonna stay in. Curse. It's gonna be hard to take down if this has rest. Liquidation though. Halucha is actually pretty geared to finish up if this is something like Berry or Sash. Endure at that. Okay, Rock Slide misses. Unfortunately, Big Black Gel Carlos has to miss, and they have the accurate gel move of acrobatics. Endure here, rapid spin. Now, wow, that rapid spin did some damage. Are you Life Orb? Okay, Life Orb. And darn. So that means Alolan Vulpix is reset to 0. They have another chance for 3 games to gain a Capmon. Duvy takes it quite handily with the Endure Lychee Berry. Like, that was very well played, Duvy. Very scary stuff too. Very close at that. Like living on 1%, being the last Mon there, as well as, you know, yeah, dope game. So Vulpix. We did see T-Wave, Thunder, both chances of para, as well as Upper Hand on the Ape. Nice. Mirror Herb. Upper Hand being deterrent versus the priority moves, any that might come out. Very smart right here. Double Mirror Herb at that, off this, having the T-Wave, and something to hit Zard on coming in. Banger Shiny AV with the 248 HP and the Adamant Nature attack with the Fairy type Body Slam and Extreme Speed Explosion, as well as Flare Blitz doing some crazy damage. Tuscany does have the Dig, Rapid Spin, Close Combat, and Rock Slide. So, yeah, you could have got the Dig there, but I do know that you saw the opportunity for Endure again after it was revealed, or something like SD. So it is quite risky, as well as, like, you're fighting for hacks, but at the same time fighting to win, which makes it kind of hard to like hyper focus on, oh, I gotta get this pair off. Well, you can put yourself in a disadvantaged position as well. So I think Alolan Vulpix did realize that and tried to go for the win, which they did get close. Duvy played amazingly, preserving well. I don't even think they switched like that. But yeah, Duvy just went gung-ho. And I know I missed one. Cease now. Okay, also with the Dig. I'm surprised not Dive. Does this not get Dive? Either way, Dig is just good damage overall. Well played. And for Duvy's team, okay, so we do have the, you're missing 4. Low-key crappy set on Blastoise, Rapid Spin, Curse. Okay, I can see why you think that. Utility sub, just mono liquidation, which does hit the team pretty well. You do have Sacred Sword you have to watch out for, of course. Thunderclap, amazing thought, with the mixed Charizard, because you can do that with these EVs. Like, that's just phenomenal there. Solar Power at that. Ice Punch and Rock Slide on the Grin. So I love seeing physical Grin, also with the Power Up Punch and U-Turn there. Very great consideration for some things here, I'm pretty sure. And being that you're Protean, you don't crazy goon hand. What the heck, bro? Lychee Berry, with the 420. Dewey. I love this guy. You're amazing. Yeah, nothing gets past me. I mean, probably has. But Endure Reversal Acrobatics with the upper hand. Nice move, especially for things like Banger Shiny. Even though it is Fairy type, just getting off some damage. Like, you have Aqua Jet, you have to watch out for Mach Punch. I love it. I love it. I love it. Fake Out Encore with the Gigaton Bulldoze. Bulldoze, I believe, came in very handy versus something like this, which, you know, brings in or baits in Hemogoblin on Tink. And then the Lagging Tail with the Baton Pass, Wish. So slow, fat wishes. Not necessarily fat, but yeah. First impression for the likes of Cease Now, likely. Pretty dope stuff. Okay, going on to the next game here. Banger game. Banger sets. Banger prep. Alright, we have iLiseq turning up the volume with their team versus Pizzaharald and their newly renovated team. So the punishment that Pizzaharald had was Dracovish did get reverted to another type of fossil, which is Tyrantrum. Because I had originally named their ultimate something dope, you know, it just makes so much sense. So, yeah, I hope they cook with this. It's still a great mon. However, they can no longer Clangorous Soul Blaze. But they do still have access to Sacred Fire and Fire type Terra. And a devastatingly attack heavy team. Like attack stat, attack stat, attack stat, attack stat, attack stat. I'm your attack stat. So like, dang. And like, imagine a beat up from this team. That would go crazy. Into a very particularly bulky team. Like this is regular Dunsparce, not to be confused with the Dun Daddy. You got the Ogerpon, Hearthflame, and everything that is A, C, or Mega C can use any sound move or any sound ability. So, Ditto here is actually really nice. It'd be funny if one of these guys is soundproof to counter said Ditto, because you can expect boom bursts from things like this. Even Ogerpon can use stuff like Parting Shot, any sound-based move, and depending on the tier that Dunsparce is, it too can do the shenanigans, but you won't see the shenanigans from this, and I doubt you'll see it from Buzzwole. I don't recall what tier it is in, but yeah, on we go. So, Crimson Dragon comes out with the Cobalt Shade of Blue. Dragon Dance here. We do see another Dragon Dance. We do know that, oh, wow. Thunderfang here doing a heck of a lot. So that likely possibly would have killed. Another Iron Defense is going to let it live unless crit. But that type of damage is very great. You do have the Sash. You're going to get up way crazy because the way this heals. And Pizza just throws away the Crimson Dragon there. So Ditto comes in here. Like, are they deterred from doing anything? I don't believe you are Scarf, but you do get the kill. So, is that Lefty's Ditto? Nice. You do die to the Wood Hammer here. See, you could have possibly saved that, gone into something like Hitmontop, unless you fear like Stealth Rocks from Dunsparce. You do have the White Herb, and now you are Unburdened boosted, but you do have the EQ here. And the Invisible Sash. The Rock Slide's not going to do much. You're going to heal up a lot from iLiseq's side. And the Beast Boost and Defense is there. So Spin the Wing comes in, drops the attack. Roost is there. So you do have possibly Bulk Up on this set. Drain Punch, nice. So healing up a lot. And shrugging off a lot, but you do see the bulk up from the kitty here, and the Earthquake Shuckaberry is gonna make that take nothing onto the added benefit of the -1. But the crit, very unfortunate. Psychic Fangs, like this is a very physical team, and I'm pretty sure iLiseq saw the same. So they built physically defensive Buzzwole to drop their team, and they're near full, off to 72%. And Spin to Win here is gonna have to get like a crazy amount of luck as they get the 1% one hit triple axle. Rocky Helmet is on Spin to Win, but I don't think it's gonna be doing much. And triple axle, once again, trying to do the most damage it can. And Buzzwole's just eating really good here. Amazing Mon, amazing defensive, amazing offensively. Like, I'm surprised it's okay, -2, and it's just like it doesn't care. So Drain Punch is gonna be one more away from getting the kill off on Spin to Win. It needs a crit to win. You gotta change that boy's name. So very heavy one-sided battle from iLiseq here. The decision to go lefties on this was interesting. Because Scarf would be nice. I could see it wanting to switch up moves in order to not get trapped, which is pretty smart. I'm not gonna lie. Like, just amazing overall, especially if you're able to switch moves into something like a soundproof Drampa or Chimecho. But amazing job by the Beast in the Guardians. Yeah. Did anything else come out? Yeah, this came out. That's right. So, nice job. Moving on. So, we have Muck here, boasting a very defensive team, right? You would think it'd be Stall, the way it's built. And we have Endless here, and Crab on deck, as well as the Pikachu. Based on their punishment, I forced them to... They were so close to having a new Mega, but, you know, I just gracefully doubled the requirements needed that they need for a Mega, as well as adding a little helper, basically Krusty Krab's chum, which is Pikachu here. Now Pikachu can do actually some crazy work here. I can see it on the physical side, even specially. It could just wreck stuff, even like Chansey. I do believe, does it get Nasty Plot, right? Yeah, it could do some work, especially like around T-Wave for Lightning Rod and stuff like that. You know, I don't know if Pikachu gets access to the partner Pikachu moves. I don't believe so. That'd be busted, right? I think that'd be busted. Well, either way, they have an amazing team here with the Treads, Diancie, and Zarude, as well as Mega Greninja, if I'm... No, wait. Because Duvy has Mega Greninja. I don't know if this is also Mega. Either way, Rox does look kind of annoying here. Like, what's there to say about bulk, flinch, stuff, like just fat? I can't really say much to the team, as it does work. Like, you have Heavy Slam on this, you have Avalanche. This could provide some good work into the opposing team, as well as Iron Treads here. You have things like Heavy Slam, Volt Switch, Flash Cannon, Body Press. Like, this Mon actually looks phenomenal into the team. As well as this too. You got Jungle Healing, which doesn't care about statuses. You could set up on the likes of everything that isn't Togekiss, for the most part. But I could see something like a Signal Beam from, I think Celebi has. You also have Fast U-Turn if you're Scarf. I can see this leading off, having Close Combat, U-Turn, Stone Axe. That actually looks pretty good into the team. So lead from them probably would be Grin or Tusk. I'm sorry, Treads. and then possibly lead Cleavor, or even Celebi, Onion Head, U-turn, maybe. But I could see this just being fat and annoying as well. So, lead Diancie, lead Cleavor. We do see the U-turn. Right into the Celebi. Stealth Rock comes in. Do we see a Leaf Storm eject button? Treads. We see Leech Seed. Alright, nice. So, gonna get some nice damage off, especially doubling up on that. We do see the Volt Switch. You're at 75 damage. Not gonna get a lot of information off on that because you didn't really hit it aside from Leech Seed. Knockoff's gonna bring it down to the red. Watch it bleed, but Dazzling Gleam is gonna put that at half, and it gets dropped. Would have got dropped on the way in unless Rocks got out. So potential Scarf Set. Air Slash is gonna do nothing to Jirachi, and Jirachi just heals off that entire Air Slash after the switch out. Bro's in, gonna take that Diamond Storm very well and teleport for the pivot into Chansey. Now this could have low kick, this could have taunt. Low kick's not gonna do much, but break will, especially off of that crit. Seismic Toss, I was hoping to see counter. Counter? Yes, we got it. We love it. So Pikachu's gonna get a kill here, assisting the Mega. So adding one on the board for that. Electric here is very nice. Allows it to resist. And the Blunder Policy. Oh, is this Zap Cannon? Bro, this is Zap Cannon. Cook. Alright, so Earthquake, Roost. It's gonna take less from them rocks coming in. And this does get a free rapid spin if need be, but recover first. Is this also special? Body press. That's gonna do a wow. Actually does a decent amount. So this might be Spadef with the Iron Defense. Body press. Oh, I'm surprised that didn't kill. Drain Punch ain't gonna be doing a lot, homie. You're gonna heal like barely anything, and that body press is gonna do damage. Now body press could rightfully sweep the rest of the team, but Thunderbolt is gonna do half. Miracle, yo, clean stuff. Rock Slide, you don't die, don't flinch. Oh, do we see the, yo, I'm hyped. I should have turned on the cam. Don't flinch. Oh, bro, body press is gonna be doing a lot. So just going off of the flinch, hoping to get some chip. It's possible Treads could be the likes of Flash Cannon. Nope, not coming in. Don't think it is. Hoping for the crit. Recover here. You only have 2 more. So gonna get their own defense, but just gonna boost up beside it. Now gonna do some damage, and you have the leftovers. So I don't know if you win this 1v1 now. I hate that for you, Muck Stall, for real. So they're both sitting at +4. Body press itself onto that, the opposing side. Dang. So I think Togekiss comes out here, or even Slowbro. Slowbro is a good move here. All right, Slowbro comes out. And do we see the water move? Rocky Helmet, nice chip. Diamond Storm, not going to do enough. You see the slack off. Do we see a water move? That body press does a lot. Scald, okay, that should bring it. Okay. Now they die to the next one. They do get the chip off from the Rocky Helmet. And the likes of, yeah, Kiss should be able to come in. And then if it is Scarf on Cleavor, they can revenge pretty well. So they let this go down. Good. So Cleavor comes in here. Avalugg, get the kill, bro. Get your kill, bro. Good shit. Yo, this is an amazing game. Well played by Endless. Well played by Muck. Doing the dang work with Pikachu. But yeah, this is definitely a Spadef variant, right? With the Mirror Coat body press. Amazing build. Very well done. Even with this, just getting off its little bit of chip. And then the counter, I love seeing that. Counter mirror coat, yes. All right, so very offensive team, whether you think it or not, right? You do have the likes of Recover, Roost, and Slack Off. And I can only guess this has, you know, soft boiled. Giga Drain, Lead Seed, like there's a whole bunch of healing going on. But yeah, healing the feeling of the press. So don't get depressed by that. We got more games for you. Coming on to the last game of the division here. Whoa, what are we looking at? What are we looking at, bro? Let me take a sip of my apple juice. Oh, yeah. Hey, pro tip. Don't drink a half gallon of Martinelli's gold medal apple juice. Like, it's good. I'm not saying don't drink it because it's not good. But just drinking the whole thing, I just gotta tell you, don't trust your farts. Anyway, trust that this is gonna be something crazy. We got Mega Absol Z, Gonadel, Hoopa U, Ho-Oh. Like, what are we seeing here? Plus the core of Umbreon and Skarmory. Opposed is Metagross, Jinx. The Ceruledge does work. We got the Honchkrow, Boss Crow, okay, and the Garchomp as well as the Virizion. I did not learn my lesson. Woo! All right, so Tails here. Curious to see what they lead. Likely a Mega Absol Z. Just really get into most of their team. Bar Honchkrow, right? Like, you do have special moves from Mega Absol Z you can make use of with Technician. But majority of these mons don't like Mega Absol. Like, it does have Play Rough for Garchomp, Virizion, and the Dark type stab into half their team does look really nice. So you could see the likes of Colbur. I do think Honchkrow is probably the lead here. Like, you have U-Turn, you got T-Wave, you got things like Sucker Punch that could be really good. Like, T-Wave into the team looks very well. It's gonna be an uphill battle, it looks like. Just looking at Naganadel here, like, if this thing does get started, it's gonna be hard to stop. Like, you do have the likes of Jinx here, which does have access to things like No Guard and some other things off of the ultimate. But you're fast. You just gotta watch out for Naganadel. Can this thing boogie? You can have any psychic move. Yo, so if this has Braviary H's hidden, not hidden move, signature move, what is it? It's gosh, Esper Wing. That'd be so dope. Esper Wing Jinx on this. Esper Wing with the No Guard and just start snoozing to win. Yo, that'd be clean. In the nasty plot, yo, please tell me you cooked. Let's see what it is. I think lead this if you're smart, avoiding the damage. Like, you could go Garchomp. You don't necessarily die. You have Icy Wind, you have Play Rough. You just gotta watch out for stuff. Rocks looks good into the team. This is likely Boots, if anything, and you got Defog right here. So Flamethrower on Garchomp could be very much a thing. Skarm actually gets hit pretty heavily by the entire cast. With the ice move, you have Heat Wave on Honchkrow, but don't know if you cook like that. T-Punch, as well as Virizion, not entirely. Like, you could after SD and whatnot. So yeah, let's get it. Alright, so we do see the Jinx, we do see the Bardup, and the Fiery Wrath here. Oh, yes. So their ultimate is also active. Basically, they get to pick up a Darkmon and give it access to things like Fiery Wrath, Ruination, all off of Skull Dart Chain Smoker, right? I should not drink the rest of this apple juice. So yeah, very well done. You asked for violence. How the fuck is Hoopa? Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Shh, we don't know. So we do see the T-Wave. I love seeing that. Wait a minute. 265, 284. So this is either a slower hoop. Wait, did they switch? Fire Wrath with the Drew bird up, send out bird up. Okay. I got duped. I got duped by the hooped. There's two of them. So that T-Wave is going to help identify what Hoopa is not, so long as it stays Skarmory. Got to make the... Yes. Thank you so much, Xander. Let's go back. Alright. So, mommy favorite trades off the Stealth Rocks with Bird Up. Dusk is in here trying to likely get a Just 5 boost. No free boosts here on Justice. The Toxic is very nice here. And switching out, good double. And we see Hell-O come in here. So, getting Meteor Mash, hoping for the +1. Still Daddy gets Rock Slide on KFC. Thick Bird, Chonky Bird. Hot Emo Daddy comes out on the Roost. And the Calm Mind from this thing. So Poltergeist is going to reveal that it's heavy duty boots. Who knew? This makes it seem as if it is very defensive, possible physically. You know what? That's smart. That's smart. All right. So this thing is denying any kind of boost to Hot Emo Daddy here. Because usually, you might see a physical KFC bird frying up things, but being that you are special, you don't risk hitting this, right? Which is very, very smart. Well played by Tails there. Chonky. Alright, so Garchomp going out, Hurricane going on, and the Ganondorf comes out here. So you have the Stone Edge hitting but not critting. I think keeping, I don't know. I don't know. 102 versus 92. Like, I think the only thing you're slower than is... Are you still faster? Okay, so yeah, Mega is cool there since you retain good speed. Sludge Wave into the Flamethrower, doing damage also to itself. Meteor Mash is gonna land and connect, but no +1. Bird Up. This is very fishy here. Skarm was paralyzed. Maybe he had a natural cure. Who knows, So, getting that +1 boost off that Fiery Wrath. Virizion being a great play here. Or bring, rather. Leaf Blade. Into Stone Edge. Alright, so Stone Edge gets a crit, but not for much after that Roost. And it's going to die to the next turn of Chip from Toxic. And you're just going to get up on full because no para and Toxic down. Alright, so possibly hoping for a physical hit. We do see Bitter Blade get off a little bit of damage as well as a little bit of chip health. And we know that it is now defogging. So between these, boots birds, what's your favorite flavor of chicken there? KFC here. Hoopa! Who knew? 1, 2. Unfortunate. You do get the boost though, so you're faster than anything else, I believe. Iron Head off the Rocky helmet. Stone Edge into the body press. Alright, so no Flamethrower on that. We do see Rest. Nice. Resto Chesto, we're waking up. They're getting baked. How many birds are we gonna watch here? Iron Defense, Still Daddy, Absolute Cinema gets absolutely bopped. Bite might get the flinch boost, but no. Do we see a boost off the Meteor Mash? No. Whack. Fiery Wrath is gonna take that down. KFC is flaming. and that's gonna get the crit hit and off. So Hoopa racking up some mighty fine kills, adding to the benefit of the ultimate 4 Tails there. Well played by Zach, well played by Tails. Happy Father's Day, right? And welcome back to, or hope you had a great trip, man. So let's check these out. Play Rough was there, as well as Bite, Swords Dance with the Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace, very nice for Virizion. Making sure you don't miss with that Play Rough, but also the added benefit of being ×4, super effective. So I think they read pretty well into Virizion being a bring here, being that they had the Dusk, Umbreon, and Incognito here, which both add to the benefit of Justified. So very well brought. Yellow Jacket just being a nasty little boy. Incognito with the Scarf, T-Bolt, Fiery Raft, Side Shot Shriek. Hurricane, Calm on Roost. Like, this was great consideration on Tails' part. Very considerate of their op here for this week. With the Brave Bird, Body Press, Wish, Protect, Foul Play. Now, these were pretty standard for the most part. Of course, Hoopa being tricky, but Absolute Cinema and KFC were definitely well made, as any KFC should be, right? This hoe, Light Clay, Aurora Veil, Teleport, Psychic Terrain with the Draining Kiss. You can outright sweep with this mon. I don't think Zach has the most faith in it. I think this is either the second or third. Hopefully it doesn't turn into something trash later on. Hot Emo Daddy with the Weakness Policy, hoping to get those dark hits off in the Veil. I could see the added benefit. Like that I do understand. But even through Veil, Jinx has a hard time taking any kind of physical attack. So you might be better off with like screens for Virizion, if need be, switching some things up. Because Virizion has the speed and the bulk to set up those said screens. If I'm not tripping, if it has it, right? Defog with the Brave Bird, T-Wave, Haze. Haze, very smart move. For anything here, honestly. Probably some things that weren't brought to the game as well, taken into consideration. ID with the Rest, Rock Slide, Mash. No boosts on those mashes though, unfortunate. Roselli, Sub, Leaf Blade, Upper Hand, pretty nice for the likes of, I don't fucking know. I don't know. I gotta see the team. And Garchomp with the Scale Shot, Iron Head. Stealth Rocks as well. Stealth Rocks, of course, like the best thing it does here, I think, is chip this down. Because, I mean, these are physically feral. Chip on this is nice, especially counteracting like one tick of leftovers maybe. If you get the knockoff, which I don't think you had on your team, right? Like, it's nice to think that ×4 weak mons are just going to come in on Stealth Rock and die. But, you know, if you don't have the likes of Knock around, like, it's not entirely always likely that that will happen for the most part, right? Like, Stealth Rocks are a competitive, like, staple. But draft-wise, it's like, okay, if I want these to work, I gotta hope, you know, like this was very well played between these players. Like, I think Tails was definitely in the mind state of what's gonna be brought from Zach here, as well as Zach just trying to make sure they can get off a effective sweep, I believe, while having like great coverage. And then Hot Emo Daddy, aka Zach, just doing tons of work here. So good games going into the next division here. Oh, all right. So we have Austin versus, I believe, SeneorChang. So, uh, I do think webs are gonna be nice here, but Cryogonal just does come on to the likes of Clef, maybe even Rabombi, but not so much these guys. Like you could switch in this into things like Earthquake, Stomping Tantrum, but it doesn't have a great time switching in. Like this is a special defense beast, but versus a team here like Cobalion, you even have Glare, Iron Head, Body Press, stuff like that, and everything here. So it's gonna have a hard time getting off rocks, which this doesn't necessarily appreciate, nor this. But the rest don't necessarily care. Like Buzzwole, he don't care. Leftovers, Protect Tran, he don't care. Garchomp, he chomp. You know, he bite, he protect, he attack. He mega 2 times. Very slow team. I do think webs is going to be a possibility, as well as like Glare. You have Body Press available as well. I could see a lead on this, like having sturdy, maybe Roar, Dragon Tail, Stealth Rocks, and stuff like that. Like baiting in this would be very nice to get some great needed momentum into the team. Like this gets still hit pretty hard, even with its solo ice coverage for the most part. Not having access to like Terra Blast, Ground, or nothing like that. Even screens look nice into this provided. Because Blacephalon just goes crazy. Dual Stab, it don't care. Dual Stab just hits everything pretty hard. Doesn't even need coverage outside of it for the most part. Something like Trick would be nice. Sub, CM. Pretty scary for each team. But I think the lead of this could either be getting off your rocks straight up, or webs, and then possibly Garchomp. You have Dugong, which can flip turn here and eat pretty much almost every hit that needs to be. Like this switches in possibly on maybe I want to say Skeledirge. Yeah, but all right, let's lead off with these two. You lead off this or that. I'm wrong. Sandaconda and the Dugong. Nice Glare straight off the back, and the Paralyze and the Body Press. It's gonna be doing almost half liquidation, doing damn damage, getting up the sand, spitting. How rude. Gonna take a little chip, and then not enough to bring it down to the next Body Press, maybe depending on roll. We do have Steelix here. Do we see a Mega? We do see the Mega. We see the DD. Not enough to be faster though, and just goes down as fast as it came up. So gonna be a double sack. We do see the Smooth Rock based on the amount of turns, and the Moonblast is gonna get the kill. So switching out of that, Magma Storm, miss. You have 7 more, and possible. Okay, nice. Scouting out the Toxic there, possibly getting the Cosmic Power. This don't care nothing about no status, but the Flash Cannon is going to be there. Has to avoid the crit or the drop. So Blacephalon comes in and says, no, funny business. This is giving Encore. Yep. All right. So Cryogonal comes in here. I wonder what it came in for specifically. T-Wave, miss. Only makes it right. T-Wave on the Buzzwole though. Says goodnight to whatever speed you thought you had. CC is going to take that out. Seems like Austin is trying to set up for a end game of one of his boosting mons. Goes for another double there. Gets in the Heatran. Cosmic Power is going to make that Flash Cannon do a lot less. Cephalon is in for Encore. Do we see an Encore? Okay, there's a trick. See, I called the trick. Did I call the trick? I said trick, right? Who cares? All right, so we see Clef just going off for the Charge Beam, but the haze there is nice. You do have Recover. And the beautiful thing about this is Clef, albeit tricked, cannot get statused. So they could try to waste as much recovers from Cryogonal, which isn't a bad thought. Make it that much more scarier to be in on. And this would go down in maybe 2 more. So Skeledirge is here. You only have, I believe, 4 more. So well done. You do get the Will-O-Wisp immune. This is Flame Body based on it not having Flash Fire proc. And Psychic there is going to do a little bit of damage. It has Covert Cloak based on the debug. So pretty nice there. GG from the Austin. The Hex is there, making this seem like Willow Hex. Maybe Slack Off. Maybe no Torch Song. Gonna miss out on the kill there. Does Shadow Ball get the kill from this range? No. So, gonna go down to likely bringing in something to revenge the Dugong. Even though paralyzed, oh, so unfortunate the miss. But did see the Aqua Jet, possibly Banded, doing damage. Want to get a Dugong kill, you know, we all do. Or Magma Storm. So possibly Protect there. Like this could be very doable. Like you're not immune to nope, that's gonna be it. But you're not immune to Torch Song. I don't know if they know that yet. They could just Torch Song. That's unfortunate. The funny thing is they definitely could have brought this back. Torch Song, bro, Torch Song. But the Will-O-Wisp, yeah. This was actually winnable for Austin. Bro, Torch Song. Torch Song. So, do we see Protect on Tran yet? Bro, where's your Torch Song? Oh my gosh. Like, it's hard to see when it's happening in battle. Like, bro, Torch Song, just Torch Song. That's so funny. Austin actually could have won this. I wonder if they realized that in hindsight. But Toxic is going to be the one to do it off of a Scum recovery. You do get the Torch Song kill here. But you also get the kill from Tran. So that was very crazy. I wasn't burning or BMing. Oh, okay. But yeah, that was very crazy. Like, had Austin Torch Song because of when you realize that, okay, your Will-O-Wisp didn't move. I mean, miss. But being that it wasn't, like, effective, right? It says it doesn't affect, right? Usually you see Flash Fire proc. But you didn't see that. You did see the Flash Fire not proc. You did see the Will-O-Wisp didn't necessarily miss. So from that conclusion, you can tell that this is taking neutral damage from Torch Song. Unfortunate that they didn't see that. Because, yeah, this thing definitely reversed into the team. Dang. And it came back from, like, very, very low based on that para. So, well played. Going on to game 2 here from this division. So, we have Invisible versus Ozzie. Fat team from Ozzie. Not body shaming. Pretty slim, thick team from Invis. This Mon is invisible as is because it is Terrasiliz. or a Terraphibian, as Ace would say, right? We do have the Dracovish. We do have the webs. Webs don't seem like they mean much here unless you're Monkey Dory. So I could see Band going crazy here. Band. This could be like not even Band too. You could be Super Fang on this trying to come in, and then hit it with like an Ice Fang off of the boosted Strong Jaw. Probably 2-hit KO it from there. And you do have the Salazzle with the Sandstorm ability, which is unfortunate because like you have Corrosion, man. Corrosion is just phenomenal. Yeah, as far as leads go, I don't think this has Taunt. Taunt would be a nice lead for Ozzie here, avoiding any shenanigans like webs, but what's webs really gonna do to you, right? Not much. I don't know what character I was from the Sonic universe right there. My bad. But yeah, this might be actually pretty scary. If Lax is Curse, and you don't have, yeah, if Lax is Curse, this is scary, man. Cause you got things like Body Press. That's about all you need. You got Body Press and Body Slam. Just using your whole body. I thought we weren't body shaming. Ampharos here pivots out. Yeah, I just think Snorlax is a big threat here. Like this comes in, takes damage. You can't pivot with this necessarily unless you have Leaf Storm Eject Pack. Togekiss is kind of scary too. This could be a crazy battle. As far as leads here, you can immediately go something Taunt to avoid rocks yourself, or just, you know, splash things. So we do see the Araquanid, we see Monkey Dory, do we see Taunt? We see the Parting Shot. All right, cool. So Kiss is in. Araquanid's gonna switch out, get up the sand. This goes Light Screen. Nice. So Excadrill comes out, Reflect, and yeah, 4 turns. We do see the break. Nice bring, nice break. Flinch on that, not gonna do much. This 2 moves revealed. Iron Head's gonna get that killed. Life Orb's gonna get that unhealed from the 10% that does. We do our research. Nice. So the Trick Room on that is gonna be pretty crazy. I can't tell you why. Could not tell you why. I mean, I could do my research, right? Gotta do my research. So Focus Blast is gonna miss on that Terrapagos. Unfortunate. That sand is gonna chip it out of the Terra Shell ability. But yeah, Mold Breaker doesn't even matter if it had Terra Shell or not. T-Bolt's gonna take that out, and Sandstream is back up. Now, did you forget it's electric type too? Yeah, possibly. Alright, Parting Shot is going to bring in Ampharos once more. Terrapagos does threaten it with the possible Earth Power. And Terra Starstorm here. Nice. So mid-ground play after the -1 attack is going to do some great work. Now Flamethrower is going to bring that down to half. Trick Room's going to go up. This seems to be special defensive. Body Press is going to do a lot. It's going to go down to the Sandstorm chip. I'm lying. But the Body Press, rather. And this Trick Room Steelix is doing mad work. Body Press into the Fishious Ren. Now, it's not going to be boosted because you're going after. And this does threaten with something like Dragon Pulse or even a Volt Switch here. Thunderbolt here to catch anything else. Yeah, we all thought it. We got the Eye of Papa Berry, indicative of a Recycle Boy. But this Earthquake is doing mad work. So Darkrai's in, Pulse is now. That seems like possible specs damage. Able to sweep from the rest of the Pulse here. And yeah, GG messed up with Steelix. Spider had Custap, Endeavor, quite sad, didn't get to use it. Well played by Invisible. Making some plays there. But however, coming out on top nonetheless. Very well played by Ozzie. Like the pressure from the team was very nice. The brick break from this was phenomenal. Like very phenomenal. On Invisible's part here. Like this whole team actually came out to play. Minus this. How did you die? How did we die? I don't. Oh, Tank. Terrapiga. Oh, the Terra Starstorm. Yeah, doing a crit hit. Oh my goodness! God damn! Jesus! Yeah. Did I skip that too, y'all? Did I skip that too? I didn't even see that. But wait, were you? Oh yeah, the crit definitely mattered there. Yikes. But yeah, yikes on several bikes that aren't tracks. That miss was huge. Nice Steelix set. Yeah. Yeah, so let's see how that Steelix came to be about. So Ozzie did activate the ability Evil Lens. So for 4 turns, they can use any spell or trap card with the targeted effect, buff or debuff, in their division, right? Even if it has already been used. So they can also redirect debuffs back to their opponent for that week. Also boost or debuff 2 other players in their division. Being so kind, right? And depending on the effect, once the 3 uses are consumed, they may draft a dark type Pokemon from S to B tier. They also use the card Master Sketch here, and they can allow 1 Pokemon to use any 2 moves from any Pokemon moveset in battle. So that's how we did see the Steelix Trick Room there, which is friggin' amazing. I believe that's Spadef invested, or just high HP, high Spadef maybe. So very well done. Next game here, we do have Flames versus Rains. So, you know, the duality of the weather, you know, water, fire. This is going to be a good match. We also see Palkia of the origin kind here. We also have another Mega Absol Z on the camera. Pretty scary team. You got the Iron Crown. I believe that's from the Professor Turo project. And Okerpon Hearthflame, as well as great support here. You got Pivot in this. You got the likes of Klefki here that can get up hazards, spikes, screens, or just outright sweep, you know. Flames having one of my kind of favorite teams to look at here in this core. Like, I love this core. Vikavolt, you know, anything with Vikavolt, you know, got a little bias going on. Goated Mon, Gen 8, see me. Great team, amazing immunities throughout the whole team, actually. Like, you have ground immunities galore, you have psychic immunities galore, right? This can become immune in many different ways. You got dragon immunity as well as water immunity. So Alamola might have a hard time. You do have toxic on this, but you also have possibly sub to block that toxic. And sub on this would be nice, throwing off things like steam eruption, fire move, or even toxic itself into the team. So I could see Volcanion doing a lot of heavy lifting. Not that it would need it, because Zarude, if it gets some boosts, it goes nasty. Like the little horses on over this side here, pretty fast, right? Pretty fast team here. Does some damage. You have amazing coverage on this. You got things like T-Bolt. You could scarf this boy. You got Flamethrower, I believe. You got Spacious Rend, Spatial, whatever. Iron Crown. I could also see this being a Volt Switch variant, maybe an AV variant too, for the likes of this, possibly even Greninja. Like, I don't necessarily see a sweeper set coming through. Not that it's like not impossible. Your dual stab doesn't do anything to Greninja, but Greninja's frail as, you know, frog teeth. That's a joke. Frogs don't have teeth, based on my knowledge. I could be wrong somewhere out there. But I could be more wrong on leads. I would say lead Greninja seems like a thing. Even Florges possibly. Into their own lead of Iron Crown, if it is AV. Boo Boo Keys is nice. Get off an early para on one of these three. You do have access to things like aromatherapy here. 3 of these mons are immune. And I don't really see Mega Absol Z being a lead, but you do have Play Rough. Fire move. You do have T-Wave, Dart move. You don't do much to Florges. So, yo, really scary team. Nah, my skill ain't gonna compliment it. Nah, don't say that. And the other thing, look, this aesthetic. Rain, water, blue, flames, fire, red. Like, is this a whole red versus blue situation? This is kind of clean. Anyways, we do see the Absol lead. We do see the Grin lead. Grin comes out, probably trying to take a Play Rough, which it takes very well, even off the crit. So you have the SD there. Volt Switch is going to do a great amount. Coming in with the Zarude, I can only guess that the Scarf, and it is. The crit's going to take it down, but I thought it would go down either way. So Mega in, Mega out. Dark type, Dark Pulse is going to give that to that Iron Crown pretty well, making me think it is AV. Unfortunate miss there. And the Volt Switch. So Palkia is coming in. I don't know if it does much to this, but it does crit a lot of that time. Floor just comes in. Sad to have that go down so quick. We do have spikes on Greninja too. It's going to take the Toxic though. So Latios comes in here. Now it is going to, like, this could spam Lesser Purge pretty well, even into this. But not going to. Zarude comes out, takes a Tachyon Cutter to the chest, doing less than 50. Knockoff is going to reveal that it is AV. Ogerpon Hearthflame comes in here, and we're going to knock off. Getting that Play Rough hit, and taking a crit as well. Greninja comes in here. Gonna get the U-turn off. Spinny Winnie and Vigavolt, my goat. Light Screen is here. Discharge is there. Do we see a pair? Nowhere. Spikes on the opposing side, right? But okay, I thought this thing just hit up a spike. Discharge is going to do a good amount there. That para in the roost, letting that thing die to the discharger. So 2 screens, turns left. Vigavolt can eat like maybe 1 flamethrower. Fire Blast, maybe not that too much. Florges is the perfect switch in there. Likely going to Wish here. We do see the Wish. We do have to watch out for Toxic unless you don't care and you have something like, I don't know, maybe Aromatherapy, which isn't too far from Flame's set, but we do see Heal Bell. So nice. So this could effectively just stay in and just spam Moonblast. You do have to watch out for the waste of Heal Bells as well. So they know that. They're spamming Toxic, saying, hey, use up your stuff. and you know they have some moves to spare. So being that they're slower, they could just spam off the toxic. So at this point, you're kind of choosing which mon to get toxic here, right? You do have the wish though, where you can heal the team pretty well. And speaking of which, Greninja, Vigavolt, and Latios are all very well healthy. Okay, so protect in the sub, nice. All right, so this is not gonna break no sub. You get the Geomancy. And Flames benefiting from Sketch, if I'm not incorrect, because Ozzie was so nice to give it to both Flames and one other player. Gonna get the stored power off of that. The spikes are gonna hurt a little bit, but nothing too much for a behind the sub Lottie with a base 140 stored power stab. This likely takes nothing, and GG's from Rain. So very well played by Flames. Positioning very well. Not so much for the Volcanic, can't speak for that. As well as Rain here, right? Had an amazing sets. Very well considered on their part what to bring. Like, I did see most of this stuff coming off and being effective, like just coverage wise, but finding their place to sub and get off the Geomancy got him the kill, definitely. Especially after this goes down. Like, I think you have Mystical Fire on Lottie now, so that could be something, that could be nothing. All right, so boom, nice. Standard, you know. Bam, 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 bam. With the AV. And yeah, bam. Nice. I love Rocky Helmet Vikavolt. Like, man. Yeah, so very well played. So just needing the one move. Two moves. So they put on Moonblast as well as Geomancy. So effectively this did wall pretty well. After Geomancy, not so much. Like, you're doing a lot. Alright, we got one more game for you. Alright, last but not least, what the fuck is that? That's a Mega Rayquaza. That's what the hell it is. So and y'all can't hate me, right? It's just Mega Rayquaza. It's nothing much. It's just a mon that created its own tier, right? As, you know, being able to use an item in Mega Evolve, whatnot. You know, nothing crazy. Versus Xander here. Xander, I do love this team. You have a lot of great stuff as far as contingency into threats that are like Mega Rayquaza. You have things like Destiny Bond on this. Some tricky things you could do. Does Mega Rayquaza have extreme speed? Yeah. There's a certain berry you could use for that. You do have Umbreon, which I think handily takes care of it, so long as it's not sub. Glastrier, I think, does a good amount, despite its ability. Its bulk is amazing. Honestly, you gotta watch out for Draco from this, I think. Like, if it is a special variant. As well as the rest of the team. Ant did pick up Ape here. And their team, the rest of the team is actually kind of scary. Like, Ant is whittled down to only having 8 Pokemon. But very effective if used well and stuff like that. Like, this thing can always be Scarf and always have Eruption and always do work for the most part, right? So opposing Scarf on this team could be very nice. I never believe in Roserade. However, something like Toxic Spikes does look very good here. Especially if you could bait out like the core and just kill that outright. Could be pretty nice. You do have rocks on the likes of Annihilate, which could be pretty nice. Even Scarf is kind of nasty into the team there. So I think like they do have an opposing Scarf somewhere on the team. Likely Thunderous. You could do some great stuff with that. Xander also does have access to Toon World, right? One of two things Xander could have done with their Toon World Ultimate is still one of their Mega Pokemon. I'm sorry, not Mega Pokemon, but still one of the opponent's Pokemon. But it can't be Mega S tier or Uber, and give it a additional 252 EVs, or they can create 2 sets from it, which I think they chose the latter part to better deal with the threats that are here. So as far as leads here, you don't have any hazards aside from spikes from Roserade. Not sure if spikes are necessary here. This could just be a good way to start off, seeing like what you got. Maybe even Sharpedo with the Protect, or this with the Volt Switch. So lead between these two. Even Umbreon is a thing. But yeah, I would say these two are lead. I don't think this switches in on anything at all. You do have Dazzling Gleam. You can get some good damage off. As far as their lead, they could lead. Like, I feel like this switches in more so than leads for Ant. But you have Mega Rayquaza, or even Fat Boy here. Sorry, no body shaming. Volt Switch, because there are no immunities aside from this big blundering immunity in front of my face, right? Yeah. So we do see the loaded dice from the Red Eyes Toon Dragon here. So Skull Shot, possibly? No. Yeah. Not gonna be doing the most. You do have Infernal Parade you gotta watch out for. Nothing on Xander's team really appreciates a burn for the most part. Unless you got like a heal bell off on that. And likely much Scarf. Like, if you don't kill this, you die. Which I don't think you kill this in one hit. So Shadow Ball is gonna be here doing a good amount of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we see 5 hit? 5 hit with the crit's gonna get that down, and oh shit, we got the speed. Oh shit. Iron Chain dead. Drain Punch is gonna let that heal up a little bit. Xander hacks and confirmed. T-Spike. So you do have the Reach Feast with the Invisible Sash off the back Sludge. Alright. Let's read some text. We got chatters in the chat box. How do you win versus Quasar Zygarde? Got default. Red Tomb Words and his ult brings Ice Cube. And for you, read Tomb World, Xander's ult. Answer that question. And do I don't know, do I? What question was asked here? Did I miss something? So as a reward, he got Mega Ray. Played against some old cards. Didn't know that my ops had used them then. Like, well, the neat part about this. Fit you every game. Only on weekends. Blasphemy. Could you disable timer, please? Thank you. No calc for you. Rayquaza. So, I build Zai in hands. Very scary. So, I would say Ant does like their setup. They can tend to overthink at times. But they put themselves in a good headspace to, like, find their win con. Like, the team being busted also helps. Like, having to think less, I definitely think helps. Like, okay, you just click and do damage. Like, you do see the Stealth Rock from 8 there. Did call that. So also the T-Spike. So Shadow Ball, U-turn's gonna kill out Toonraid. You think rocks scare me? I don't think so. Like, it could be good for Sash that if Sash. Oh wait, are you Mega? You're Mega. I'm dumb. My bad. So Iron Chain Snake comes in. I believe that just might as well be Scarf, as I called it. Superpower, nice. So well done having that. DD, dropping the D. You got the Protect. Superpower just looks really nice into the team, able to hit stuff. That poison is racking up. Toonpedo is going to get hit by the extreme speed, take a little damage while going down to that Ice Fang. Nom nom noms. Crunch is going to do a good amount, not enough though to get the kill, but U-turn is going to put you on the back foot. Toonyama. So this is one of the Toon Mons. Alright, Psychic. It's going to take that down. And that's going to go down. Okay, so this is not Scarf. Am I dumb? Did I not see the Life Orb? Quetzalcoatl. This is such a dope name. Quetzalcoatl. That is so dope. I named my Quacklevolt Quaxacodal. Yeah. So let's see what this does do here. Let's see what this does here. So if this is just some bunk stuff, like this has to have an attack. That's first and foremost, right? You make this whole set. If you make it lagging tail, 0 IVs, make it slower, make it to where you can look how much damage you did. Like if this doesn't have extreme speed, which based on the name, I wouldn't think it does. Xander quite literally takes the game here. So we see Dragon Dance. You got Toxic Orb on it. Hone Claws. Unfortunate. I feel like this had a ground type attack. Did that only have a ground type attack? So, very well played by Xander here. Very, very scary ultimate. Yeah, let's go off of this straight up. So, Quetzalcoatl, Earth Power, yeah. This is so fucked up with the 0 IVs. That's quite literally crazy with the Toxic Orb. You know what? Hot take. Like, the Toxic Orb does help. But if you want to set up on it, you might not want to kill it. Like, maybe it takes prior damage. You want to set up on it. Like, I don't know. Well, I mean, I do, but at the same time, I don't. So that's very smart. Having this there, the orb is very nice. Yeah, Toonyama with the 0 IVs, Sword Stance, Sleep Talk, Belly Drum, T-Bolt. This ultimate is very well played in the hands of Xander. Oh my gosh. Iron Chain Snake. Pretty dope stuff. Iron Chain Blaster. Are these actually... I feel like these are actual Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Boom Boom. Very boom boom boom. With the 8 Spadef, Rage Fist, boom boom. So kind of having barred the Xander's Mon, a slow team outside of Choice Scarf. This, like, you are Choice Scarf, you are pretty fat at that, having the Modest Nature doing some good damage. So I do like that. And that was a great consideration, because you're basically invested into 3 stats here, like speed, even though you have 4 EVs, you got the Choice Scarf, and then the HP as well as special attack. Same with this, kind of like you don't need to be super fast as long as you have extreme speed and outspeed what you need to get that super power to make things bleed. So well played by the game's players here. We did have an unfortunate forfeit loss. I believe Jay couldn't play. So Gun took that game. And then we have some straggling games to come out later into the week. Such as Knight and Swaggy. And wait, are we missing one? Where's wild and endless. One of our players did drop. We did get one player to replace him, which, hey, how are you doing, Siege? I remember you from the other videos, and I'm glad we get to have you here. Appreciate you being around. Appreciate you being, in the zone with us still. So remember, keep playing, have fun. See you in the next one, and peace to all y'all. Happy Father's Day. Happy Juneteenth. See y'all out there. Peace.